Hi, as you know, in the last video we were discussing about exercise 2.2 and we discussed two questions. And you may understand that in exercise 2.2 it consists of weight problems. The weight problem is, it is very simple, but since you are seeing this weight problem at the first time, you may feel that it is a little bit difficult. Not like that, it is very simple. So first few problems may be little bit difficult. You may feel that the few problems are difficult, first few problems are difficult, but once you once you understand the concept of each problem, then it is going to be very easy for you. Please see, once you feel some difficulty with any question, don't leave the question, take it as a challenge, try to solve, try to understand the concept I used in the question and try to solve the question yourself. And if you fail, you can see the video, and again you can watch how that question solved out, and again you just sit your that means you just do yourself and try to find out the answer yourself. Practice, only practice will give you result. Okay, only practice will give you result. So do thorough practice in each weight problems. And I got only one call from your class by asking few doubts. Sir, I didn't understand the question. So that means all remaining except him, all the remaining students understood the question? No, never. Because if you understood the question, you may be exceptional child. I don't think that every student in 8th A class are exceptional, isn't it? So when you feel, once you feel doubt, when I was in 8th standard, when I was feeling some difficulty with any question, I also discussed with the teachers. So teachers only can help you, isn't it? So please try to call me. Otherwise, you can depend upon any person and try to clarify your doubts. Maybe your mother can help you. Maybe your father, if father or mother is well educated, they can help you. Of course, you can take help from them. And anyway, what I need is you have to learn the concept well. Okay, so once you feel doubt, please call me and clarify your doubts, because this is that problem. I know that it is little bit difficult, and I'm trying my level best to make you understand the question, but I don't know whether you're following me or not. And please, after watching the video, in the Google Classroom there is an option for comment. Please do comment. I need from every student. That comment can be a positive comment, sir, I understood well. The comment can be a negative comment, like, sir, nah, sir, I didn't understand it well. So I cannot call it as negative comment, but still, you can comment in that way also, sir. I didn't understand the class, so that session. So what I can do? So, sir, I'm not understood the question. So in that way you can comment, but I need your comment. Okay. I promise I will try my level best, and you also please do your level best. My level best, your level best. When we add that, we will get the maximum result. Okay, can we go for that? And let me discuss the third question. We discussed first two questions. I'm going to the third question. For a change, let me use pen now. Okay, and if the video is not clear, you have to inform me, please, because I am using pen. Okay, and if the video is not clear, please inform me. Okay, and read the question. The base of an isosceles triangle, see, read each word carefully. The base of an isosceles triangle is 4 by 3 centimeter. That is the first sentence. The base of an isosceles triangle is 4 by 3 centimeter. So let me draw an isosceles triangle. Let me draw an isosceles triangle. What is this isosceles triangle? Isosceles triangle is a triangle with two sides are equal. What is equilateral triangle? Equilateral triangle is a triangle with all sides are equal, but isosceles is it's a triangle with the two sides are equal. So consider an isosceles triangle ABC. If it is an isosceles triangle, can you say that AB is equal to AC is equal to BC? No. What isosceles triangle means, there should be two sides should be equal. Two sides should be equal. That means if it is an isosceles triangle, let AB and AC are equal. Let AB and AC are equal. So we have drawn an isosceles triangle. Since this triangle is an isosceles triangle, two sides of this triangle should be equal. That means let it be some AB and AC. I am considering that AB is equal to AC. In that way, this triangle become an isosceles triangle. And what is given? Base of an isosceles triangle is 4 by 3 centimeter. Which is the base of this triangle? BC, no? So BC is nothing but 4 by 3 centimeter. Once again, it is an isosceles triangle. Since it is an isosceles triangle, two sides should be equal, and I am considering AB is equal to AC. Okay, so it becomes an isosceles triangle, and base is given as 4 by 3 centimeter. So I marked BC as 4 by 3 centimeter. Are you following? Yes. So whatever the things I have done, let me write that. What? Consider an isosceles triangle with AB is equal to AC. Are you following me? AB is equal to AC, and let which is base BC. BC is equal to 4 by 3 centimeter according to the question. You may understood. Okay. Then, so from the first line we have done this much. We drawn a triangle and we written this much. Okay. This is the way of writing. Then read the next line. The perimeter of the triangle is 2 by 15 centimeter. The perimeter of the triangle is given as what? The perimeter of the triangle is given as, the perimeter of this triangle is given as 2 by 15 centimeter. What do you mean by perimeter? Perimeter is nothing but sum of three sides. What do you mean by perimeter of a shape? Perimeter of a shape is nothing but sum of all sides. So here the perimeter means sum of three sides. So sum of three side is given as what? Sum of three side is nothing but the perimeter. That means this plus this is nothing but perimeter. That perimeter is given as what? 2 by 15 centimeter. It's a mixed fraction. Let it be. We will discuss that later. And read the next line. What is the length of either of the remaining equal sides? That means here this side and this side are equal, no? So that is what is either of the equal side. That length is not given. That we have to calculate. That means equal sides length we have to calculate. So that is the question. What is the length of the either remaining equal side? That means which is unknown here? Equal sides are unknown here. So for unknown we used to give x, no? So since the sides are unknown, since the equal sides are unknown, for unknown we are giving x, no? So let it be x. That means let this side as some x centimeter. If this side is x centimeter, this side also should be what? X centimeter. Why? Because isosceles, no? These two sides are equal, no? So if it is x, this is also what? X centimeter. You may understood, no? Okay. So that we have to represent. So read the question. What is the length of either of the remaining equal side? That is what is unknown here. So for unknown we are representing x or y. So let the unknown as x. Here the unknown is nothing but length of the equal side. So let it be x. And if it is x, this is also of course x. You may understood. Okay. And let me write that. What I have done just now. Let me write that. What I have done just now. I represent the unknown as x. That here the unknown is equal side. So let equal sides are x centimeter. Okay. Then what is given here? Here perimeter is given, no? Here perimeter is given, no? Yes. So here what is given? Given perimeter is equal to 2 by 15 centimeter. Given perimeter is equal to, here given perimeter is equal to 2 by 15 centimeter. What is our aim? What is our aim? We have to calculate the value of x. Okay. So how you can relate all these things? What is given here? Perimeter is given. What do you mean by perimeter? Perimeter means perimeter of the triangle here. Then what is perimeter? Perimeter is nothing but what? Sum of three sides. So perimeter is nothing but sum of three sides. So perimeter is equal to 2 by 15 centimeter is nothing but sum of three sides is equal to what? 2 by 15 centimeter. Why? Because perimeter is given as 2 by 15 centimeter. Here perimeter is nothing but sum of three sides. So of course sum of three sides should be what? 2 by 15 centimeter. You may understood. And let me take the sum of three sides. Which is the sum of three side? Which is the first side? 4 by 3. I am going to take the sum of three sides. Okay. Which is the first side? 4 by 3. And which is the second side? X. Plus which is the third side? X. So this is the sum of three sides. That means this is nothing but the perimeter. And what is the perimeter given? Perimeter is given as 2 by 15 centimeter. So then perimeter is given as 2 by 15 centimeter. In other words, perimeter we can say that sum of three sides. That means 4 by 3 plus x plus x. Perimeter is 2 by 15 centimeter is nothing but this also should be what? 2 by 15 centimeter. Why? Because this is also a perimeter. And perimeter is given as 2 by 15. So since it is perimeter, this also should be what? 2 by 15. You may understood. Okay. And It become 4 by 3 plus, what is x plus x? What is x plus x? X plus x is nothing but 1x plus 1x. If there is no number, their x is 1. So it means 1x plus 1x. What is 1x plus 1x? 2x is equal to what? 4 2 by 15. So in the next line, 4 by 3 plus 2x is equal to, this is a mixed fraction. How we can express it as a proper fraction? This is the method of expressing mixed fraction into a proper fraction. Just multiply 15 and 4. Just multiply this number and this number. What is 15 into 4? Multiplication. Multiply 15 into 4. What is 15 into 4? 60. What is 60? Then we have to add this number. This is the method. You have to multiply these two numbers and you have to add this number. What is 15 into 4? 60. What is 60 plus 2? 62. 62 divided by this number, 15. This is a way of converting a mixed fraction into a proper fraction. Okay. So it becomes 4 by 3 plus 2x is equal to 62 by 15. No? My aim is to calculate the value of x. That means we have to solve this equation and we have to find out the value of x. How we can solve this equation? What we can do here? Just maintain this term in the left side. And what is there in the right side? 62 by 15. And 4 by 3 is added with this number. And you know how we can solve an expression like 2 plus x is equal to 6. How we can solve this expression 2 plus x is equal to 6? What we have done? Maintain x here and right side 6. And this is plus 2, no? When you take the plus 2 to right side, it becomes minus 2. 6 minus 2 is nothing but 4. You may understood. You may understood. Just like that, see, here 2 plus x is equal to 6. Here instead of 2, it is 4 by 3. And instead of x, it is 2x. And instead of 6, 62 by 15. That is only one difference. So what we can do? Maintain 2x here. Just like, I maintain x here and 6 minus 2. Just like that, maintain 2x here. And right side is 62 by 15. Take this 4 by 3 to right side, it become minus 4 by 3. What I did here, same method I am going to use here. Okay, this is just for an example. Okay. So now it becomes 2x is equal to 62 by 15 minus 4 by 3. How we can subtract these two fractions? You can do cross multiplication, otherwise make the denominator as same. How we can make the denominator same? Which is the denominator of the first fraction? 15. And can you make the denominator of the second fraction as 15? Yes, you can multiply with 5. Then obviously that will be 15. Here also you have to multiply with 5. And now the result will be what? 2x is equal to, tell me, 62 divided by 15 minus, what is 4 into 5? 20. 20 divided by 15. That means 2x is equal to 62 divided by 15 minus 20 by 15. Okay. So it becomes 2x is equal to, since the denominator is same, just write the denominator as it is and subtract the numerator. What is 62 minus 20? What is 62 minus 20? 62 minus 20 is, yes, 42, isn't it? So we got the value of 2x as 42 divided by 15, isn't it? Now can you cancel these two? Can you reduce this? Can you cancel 42 and 15 by any number? Yes, you can cancel both by 3 because 3 is a common factor. How you identify where it is divisible by 3? There is a method. That is only we can apply where in the case of 3 only. And 1 3, consider a number 135. I am going to say that it is divisible by 3. You know how I got the idea? Just add the digit. What is 5 plus 3? 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 is a multiple of 3, no? So 135 is divisible by 3. That means 135 we can reduce by 3. Can I say 54 is divisible by 3? Or can I say 54, 3 is a factor of 54? How you can identify that? Just add the digits. 5 plus 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 is a multiple of 3. Otherwise, I am going to say that 102 is a multiple of 3. Can you say how I got the idea? Just add the digits. What is 1 plus 0? 1. 1 plus 2? 3. So 3 is a multiple of 3, no? Just like that. Add the digit. If the sum of the digit is a multiple of 3, another number 192. I am saying that this number is a multiple of 3. How I identify that? What is 1 plus 0? 1. 1 plus 9, 10. 10 plus 2, 12. 12 is a multiple of 3. So we can divide this number by 3. Just like that. That is the only specialty of 3. And by adding the digits, you cannot say that, you cannot predict anything about 2, about 5. This is the only speciality of 3 only. You cannot check the divisibility of 2 by adding the digits. You can check the divisibility of 3 and 9 also. 9 also you can do. Okay, suppose 1 1 2 6 8. I am going to say that 11,268 is a multiple of 9. How I identify that? What is the sum of the digits? 8 plus 6, 14. 14 plus 2, 16. 16 plus 1, 17. 17 plus 1, 18. 18 is a multiple of 9. So we can divide this number by 9, or this number is a multiple of 9. So by adding the digits, we can predict whether it is divisible by 3 or 9 by adding the digit. Only applicable for 3 and 9. And here just add the digit 4 plus 2, 6. 6 is a multiple of 3, so it is divisible by 3. And what is the sum of the digit? 1 and 5. 1 plus 5 is a 6. Again, it's a divisible by 3. So, because 6 is a multiple of, sum of the digit is a multiple of 3, no? Okay. So I'm going to cancel by 3 here. In 15, how many 3? 5, no? In 4, how many 3? 1 3s are 3. In 4, how many 3? 1 3s are 3. 2 3s are 6. So 1 3s are 3. So 1 you can write there. 1 3s are 3, no? What I supposed to get? 4. So 3 and 4, what is the difference? 1. And that 1 and this 2 will be 12. In 12, how many 3? 4. So answer will be 2x is equal to 14 by 5. So if you have any doubt in 42 by 15 cancellation, once again in 15 how many 3? 5, no problem. In 4 how many 3? 1, because 1 3s are 3, 2 3s are 6. So 6 is not possible because the number is 4. So 1 3s are 3. So 3 to 4, what is the difference? 1. And that 1 and this 2, that 1 and this 2 will combine and we can read it as 12. In 12 how many 3? 4. In that way we got 14 by 5. So 14 by 5. So we got 2x is equal to 14 by 5. Then what will be x? I am going to take this 2 to right side. But, and what is right side? 14 by 5. And now it is the time to take this 2 to right side. But here 2 is multiplied with x. No, if there is no operation, there x is multiplication. That means 2 is multiplied with x. So when you take that 2 to right side, it become in the division part. That means this number, whatever the number in the right side, that number divided by 2 will come. Why? Because here the 2 is multiplied with that number. You may understood. Okay. And x is equal to 14 by 5 divided by 2. Instead of 2, can I write 2 by 1? Yes, of course you can write like that. Yes. Now it is a fraction. It is another fraction. How to divide two fractions? Just multiply with the reciprocal. That means x is equal to first fraction as it is. Then division sign will be into. Then what is the reciprocal of 2 by 1? 1 by 2. And now can you cancel this 2 and 14? Because the operation is multiplication, cross cancellation is possible. In 2 how many 2? 1. In 14 how many 2? 7. So what is the answer? X is equal to what is 7 into 1? 7. What is 5 into 1? 5. So the value, the final answer is x is nothing but 7 by 5. So you have to conclude in sentence. Since we got the value of x of 7 by 5, what this x stands for? X is nothing but the length of equal sides. So what we can write here? So length of equal sides of triangle are 75 each. Sorry, 7 by 5 each. Sorry. And here question number 4 is sum of two number is 95. What? Sum of two number is 95. What is the meaning of that? Sum means when you add two number, we will get what? 95. If one exceeds the other by 15, it means that, let me explain the question in a very simple way. Sum of two number is 95 means we need two number such that, what is the specialty of that two numbers? Their sum should be 95. Okay. So you may think that suppose if we consider the number as 90 and 5, suppose the numbers are, let it be the numbers are 90 and 5. What is the sum? 95. So we are getting the sum as 95. So first line is satisfying. Sum of two number is 95. I am making this question in a simple way. Okay. So please lend your ears to my words. Okay. Sum of two number is 95 means suppose the numbers are 90 and 5. The sum is getting 95. So this line is satisfying. Sum we are getting 95. And the next line say that two numbers, no, there are two numbers such that their sum is 95, and for better understanding I just consider the numbers of 90 and 5. These are the two numbers with me because their sum is giving 95. And what is the next line says, if one exceeds the other by 15 means in the two number one number should be exceeds means more than the other by 15. That means you consider two numbers such that their sum is 95. We have that number with me, but the second condition says that the speciality of that two number is such that one number is 15 more than the second number. See, we consider the number as 90 and 5. Okay, that means one number should be, second condition says that in which type of number you have to consider. First condition is sum should be 95. So these two numbers are giving sum is 95. But that two numbers should satisfy the second condition also. What is the second condition? One number exceeds the other by 15 means among these two numbers one number should be 15 more than the second number. Okay. What is the difference between 90 and 5? 85, no? Anyway, not 15. So can you say that 90 is 15 more than 5? No, because 90 is 85 more than 5. You may understood. അതായത് ഒന്നും കൂടെ പറയാം. Sum of two numbers is 95 means we need two numbers such that their sum should be 95. So you may think that the numbers are 90 and 5. No, why? Because the other condition says that one number should be 15 more than the other number. That means the difference of that two number should be 15. But when you consider 90 and 5, what is the difference? 85, no? Not 15. So can you say that the numbers are 90 and 5? No. The numbers should be some other number. So which are the conditions that two numbers should satisfy? Sum of the two numbers should be 95. Here that condition is satisfying. And which is the second condition? One number should be 15 more than the other number. But here 90 is 85 more than 5. That means 90 and 5 difference എന്തായിരിക്കണം? പറഞ്ഞ കണ്ടീഷൻ അനുസരിച്ച് 15 ആവാൻ പാടുള്ളൂ. പക്ഷേ ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് എത്രയാണ് വരുന്നത്? 85 രണ്ടാമത്തെ കണ്ടീഷൻ എന്താ പറയുന്നതെന്നറിയോ? ഒരു നമ്പർ മറ്റേതിനേക്കാൾ 15 കൂടുതലായിരിക്കണം. ഇവിടെ 90 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 5നേക്കാൾ 85 അല്ലേ കൂടുതൽ? 15 ആണോ? അല്ല. അപ്പോൾ സോ ദ നമ്പേഴ്സ് ആർ നോട്ട് 90 and 5. Some other number. So we have to identify that. So which is unknown here? 5 numbers. That means that numbers are unknown. So I am going to consider that numbers as no need to write I am. Let us consider the numbers as, I told you there exists two numbers. So let us consider the numbers as, first number I am going to write x, and next number I am going to write x plus 15. And why I consider the numbers like this? Can you give me a reason? Anyway, find numbers is the question. That means find numbers is the question means the numbers are nothing but unknown. How many numbers we need? Two number. Why? Because see, two number we need, no, two number. So one number I am going to mark it as x, and the next number I am going to mark it as x plus 15. You may understood the question. Here we need two numbers such that sum should be 95 and that one number should be 15 more than the other number. And I considering the number, since the two unknowns are there, I am going to consider the numbers as, two unknowns are there. So two numbers are there unknown. So I am going to consider the numbers as first number x and the next number is x plus 15. Can you tell me the reason? The reason is, what is the speciality of number? One number should be 15 more than the other. Suppose if you consider the first number as 2, which will be the second number? 17. Why? Because 17 is 15 more than 2, no? See, if you consider the first number as 3, which will be the second number? 18. Why? Because 18 is 15 more than 3, no? If you consider the first number as 4, which will be the second number? Which is 15 more than 4? 19. So in that way, if you consider the first number as 2, which will be the second number? Which is 15 more than 2? That is 17, no? How you got 17? Just add 15 with this 2. That means 2 plus 15 will give you the next number. Just like that, if you consider the first number as x, the next number should be x plus 15. Why? Because this condition says that, which condition? The second condition says that one number should be exceed the other by 15. So according to, by using that condition, by using the second condition, one number is exceeding the other by 15. By using the second condition, I mark the numbers, or I have written the numbers as x and x plus 15, because one number should be 15 more than the other number. For example, once again let me explain you. Suppose if I consider the first number as 3, second number should be 15 more than 3, which is that 18. How you got that? 3 plus 15. Whatever the number here, that plus 15 will give you the next number. Suppose the first number is 4, which will be the second number? What is 15 more than 4? 19. How you got that? 19 is nothing but this number plus 15. That means 4 plus 15. In that way, if you are starting with the x, second number should be x plus 15, no? Because if you since when I started with the 3, second number is 3 plus 15. When I started with the 4, second number is 4 plus 15. So when I am starting with the x, the second number should be x plus 15, no? Yes. So we consider the two numbers as x and x plus 15. Okay. Then let me come to the first line. What is first line says? Sum of the two number is 95, no? That means first line says that sum of two numbers are 95. What is the meaning? First number plus second number should be what? 95. What is the meaning of sum of two number is 95? Sum of two number is 95 is nothing but sum of two number is 95 is nothing but what do you mean by sum plus? Take the sum of two number. That means two numbers are there now. Which are the two number? X and x plus 15. So take the sum of that. That means x plus 15, because now we consider the number as x and x plus 15. According to the first condition, their sum should be 95. That means x plus x plus 15 should be what? 95, because the numbers with us are x and x plus 15 now. So sum should be 95 means x plus 15 should be what? 95. So simplify this equation. What is x plus x? X plus x is nothing but 1x plus 1x, no? That is nothing but 2x. 2x plus 15 is equal to 95. Then what is 2x? 95 right side, take this plus 15 right side. You know how to solve it. I am not going to explain again and again. 80. So we got 2x is equal to 80. Then what will be x? X is nothing but 80 divided by 2, because here 2 is multiplied with x. So what is 80 by 2? 80 by 2 is nothing but 40. So we got the value of x as 40. That means which all are the numbers we have taken? X and x plus 15. So now we got the number as 40. So the numbers, the required numbers should be what? The required number should be x and x plus 15. Now we consider the number. We have considered the number as x and x plus 15. Now we got the value of x as what? 40. Now we got the value of x as 40. So numbers become 40 and 40 plus 15. You may understood. Because the numbers we have taken as x and x plus 15. We got the value of x as 40. Just substitute 40 here. So the numbers become 40 and 40 plus 15. So 40 and what is 40 plus 15? 40 and 40 plus 15. That means 40 and 55 are the numbers. These are the numbers we have to take. These are the required numbers. If you have any doubt, you can check it out. You know, what is the difference between 40 and 55? 15, no? What is the difference between 40 and 55? 15. That means 55 is 15 more than 40. That condition is satisfying. 55 is 15 more than 40. That means the difference is 15. So second line is satisfying. See, one number is 15 more than the other number. So that is satisfying. And what is sum of 40 and 55? What is sum of 50, 55 and 40? 95, no? So 95. So when you consider the numbers as 40 and 55, the sum should be 95, of course, and this number is 15 more than this number. That means two condition is satisfying. So this is the required numbers. You may understood. And next question is question number 5, which is question number 5. Two numbers are in the ratio 5:3. Two numbers are in the ratio 5:3. That means the ratio of two numbers is given as 5:3. Instead of giving two number, their ratio is given. Two numbers are in the ratio 5:3. And next line. If they differ by 15. What is the meaning of differ? Difference. That means if their difference is 15. What do you mean by difference? Subtraction. First number minus second number should be what? 15. That is what is differ. For example, 5 and 10 or 5 and 20 differ by 15. What do you mean by that? Difference between 5 and 20 is 15. Just like that, if they differ by 18 is nothing but first number minus second number should be what? 18. What are the numbers? Here the question is what are the numbers? So how many numbers are there here? Two numbers. So what is unknown here? Here the numbers are unknown. That means here two numbers are unknown. So how we can consider two number? What is the this is a special case of problem. Please practice this question twice, then you will get understood this method. So very important question. Two numbers are in the ratio 5:3, no? Here the question is to calculate numbers. How many numbers are there? Two numbers are there. So here two unknowns are there in short. And how we can mention that two unknowns? Their ratio is given as what? 5:3. So we can consider the numbers as 5x, 3x. You can ask me how I have written 5x and 3x. What is the ratio? 5:3. So first number you can consider as 5x and second number you can consider as 3x. Suppose the ratio is 2:3. First number should be 2x and second number should be 3x. Since the ratio is 5:3, you can consider the first number as 5x and second number as 3x. See, 5x and 3x. You may understood. And read the next line. If they differ by 18. So we have considered the numbers. According to this ratio, we have considered the numbers like this. And read the next line. If they differ by 18. What is the meaning? If they differ by 18 is nothing but I told you the first number minus second number is nothing but 18. Which is the first number we have taken. So second condition says that difference is what? 18. Difference of the numbers. The difference of the numbers is 18. Which is the first number? Difference of the numbers is 18 is nothing but first number minus second number is 18. So which is our first number? 5x. Minus which is our second number? 3x. So difference is nothing but 5x minus 3x. That is given as what? 18. So difference is 18 is nothing but 5x minus 3x is nothing but 18. What is 5x minus 3x? What is 5x minus 3x? If you have confusion in that way, suppose the x is nothing but manj. You can imagine x as manj. So it becomes 5 manj minus 3 manj. What is 5 manj minus 3 manj? 2 manj. So it becomes 2x. 2x is nothing but 18. Then what is x? Since 2 is multiplied with x, when you take that 2 to right side, it becomes division part. So 18 by 2, it becomes 9. So we got the value of x as 9. So which are the numbers we have considered? 5x and 3x. So our numbers are 5x and 3x. That implies since we got the value of x as 9, we can substitute x as 9 here. 5x is nothing but 5 into x. X we got it as 9. So 5 into 9. And which is the second number? 3x. 3x is nothing but 3 into x. What is the value of x? We got 9. So 3 into 9. Because x we sold as 9. So you can substitute x as 9 here. So what is 5 into 9? 45. What is 3 into 9? 27. That means the required numbers are 45 and 27. If you have any doubt, you can check it out. What is the difference between 45 and 27? What is the difference between 45 and 27? 45 minus 27 is nothing but 5 minus 7 is, it is not possible. Take 1 from here. You know how to subtract. Subtract it. we are getting the difference as 18, no? See, they are differ by 18. So that condition is satisfying. And you can ask me, sir, how we can identify the ratios 5:3 for this number? In order to identify the ratio, just divide that first number by second number. So it is for checking only, no need to write. If you want, you can write it in the right side. Whatever things I am writing, this is the main part of the solution, and the things I am saying now is for your extra information. What is I am saying now? How we can identify whether this answer is correct or not, that I am saying now. If you want, you can write it in the right side, note there somewhere. And these all are the concept in the main part, in the main solution part, this much only there. But since you know, എനിക്കിതിനെ പറ്റി ഒരു താല്പര്യമുണ്ട്. ഇത് ഇപ്പോൾ ശരി ഉത്തരമാണോ, ഈ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ അനുസരിച്ച് ഇത് ശരി ഉത്തരമാണോ എന്ന് എനിക്കൊരു താല്പര്യം. അത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പറഞ്ഞു തരുന്നുള്ളൂ. അതെങ്ങനെ ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യാമെന്ന് അത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് റൈറ്റ് സൈഡിൽ നോട്ട് ചെയ്യാം ഫോർ യുവർ എക്സ്ട്രാ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ. ആൻഡ് വി ഐഡൻറ്റിഫൈ ദാറ്റ് ദ ഡിഫറൻസ് ബിറ്റ്വീൻ 45 and 27 is nothing but 18. See, that is correct. And then ratio should be 5:3, no? So take the ratio. How we can take the ratio of 45 and 27? Just take 45 by 27 and simplify this. How we can simplify 45 by 27? This is the way of taking the ratio. Okay, how we can simplify? Can it divisible by 3? Yes. Why? Because 4 plus, add the digits. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 is a multiple of 3. Add the digits. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 is a multiple of 3. So we can cancel by 3. Otherwise, can you cancel by 9? Yes. Why? Because when I add the digits 5 plus 4, 9. 9 is a multiple of 9, no? 7 plus 2, 9. Again, sum is 9. 9 is a multiple of 9, no? I told you, by adding the digits, you can check whether it is divisible by 3 or 9. Only 3 or 9. When you add the digit, the sum is found to be 9. So 9 is a multiple of 3. So it can be divisible by 3. And it can be divisible by 9 also. Why? Because ഞാൻ സം ആഡ് ചെയ്തപ്പോൾ എന്താ എനിക്ക് സം കിട്ടിയ 9. 9 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ 9ൻ്റെ മൾട്ടിപ്പിളും അല്ലേ. അപ്പോൾ 9 കൊണ്ട് ചെയ്യാം. ഞാനൊരു കാര്യം ഓർമ്മിപ്പിക്കട്ടെ, ഇത് 3ക്കും 9നും മാത്രമാണ് ഇങ്ങനെ ഡിജിറ്റ്സ് ആഡ് ചെയ്ത് ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യുള്ളൂ. 2നോ 4നോ ഒന്നും ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യില്ല. 3ൻ്റെ 9ൻ്റെ മാത്രം പ്രോപ്പർട്ടിയാണ്. ഓക്കെ, സമ്മ് 2 ഡിജിറ്റും കൂടെ ആഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് 2ൻ്റെ മൾട്ടിപ്പിൾ ആണോ നോക്കിയിട്ട് 2ൻ്റെ ഡിവിസിബിലിറ്റി ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല. 2ന് അത് പറ്റില്ല. 3ക്കും 9നും മാത്രമേ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. 3ക്കും 9നും എങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാം? 2ൻ്റെ ഡിജിറ്റും ആഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് 3ൻ്റെ മൾട്ടിപ്പിൾ ആണെങ്കിൽ 3 കൊണ്ട് ഡിവൈഡ് ചെയ്യാം. 9ൻ്റെ മൾട്ടിപ്പിൾ ആണെങ്കിൽ 9 കൊണ്ട് ഡിവൈഡ് ചെയ്യാം. ഇവിടെ 3ൻ്റെ ഇവിടെ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന സം ആഡ് ചെയ്തപ്പം ഡിജിറ്റ്സ് ആഡ് ചെയ്തപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് കിട്ടിയത് 9 ആണ്. 9 is a multiple of 3 and 9 is a multiple of 9. So we can divide by both 3 and 9. I'm going to choose the bigger number 9. So in 45, how many 9 are there? 5. In 27, how many 9 are there? 3. Now the numbers become 5 divided by 3. That is nothing but the ratio is 5:3. See, we are getting the same ratio, no? 5:3. So these are the exact correct answers. See, it is getting dark because I am shooting the video in the night. So some little amount of light problem is there. You can adjust with that. And let me tell you one thing. We have discussed 3 questions. In the last video, we have discussed only 2 questions. In this video, I think you are in a track. That's why I discussed 3 questions. But when I compare these 3 questions with the previous question, you can feel this question as comfortable one. You know why you are feeling like that? Because you have learned the first 2 questions well. That's why now you are feeling this question as comfortable. If anyone supposed to learn the first 2 questions well, they didn't, and I don't think that they can understand this question which I explained just now. So because all the problems are concepts, we are discussing the concepts. Don't by heart the problem. Don't do that. I'm begging you, don't by heart the problem, because all the problems are very important. Please write and learn the concept. Okay, and please do work on this kind of problem, and please call me by asking doubt if you feel any doubt. Otherwise, you have to inform me you understood. That is you are doing anyway. I am spending an amount of energy for you, then you have to give me a reply. I'm not asking you any money. I don't want any money from your side. You just give me a reply. Sir, I understood. If you want, you can text me personally in WhatsApp group. Just do that. No problem. You can text me your comments. Sir, I understood the video. In the personal number, you can text. If you have any problem to upload the comments in the Google Classroom, you can text me personally to my WhatsApp number. Sir, I understood. Then I will be very happy. Okay. Please do that at least for me. And then the tomorrow onwards, you are going to text simply, sir, I understood, sir. No. If you understood with the honesty, you just give me that comment to me. If you not understood that also, you have to tell me, sir, I didn't understand well. I will try to make it as I will try to work hard, and I will call you for better clarification. In that way you can comment, no problem. But anyway, I need your reply. Can you do that? So thank you. Now the video is approaching to more than 40 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to wind up the session, and thank you.